back on. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes these things happen when you're going live. Things just kind of go wrong. Anyway, it is good to be back on anyway, and I'm catching up with some of the different comments which are happening. Just seeing Christian was on. Hi, Christian. Cosmo. Amazing. Yeah, I would love to go to Cosmos. Is a sort of place where you eat and then you have to go on like a diet for a week. You're just so full up. And Josh. Hi, Josh. Good to see you. Cool. So I was just saying, this pizza oven does amazing. Have we had any guesses yet how long it takes to cook a pizza in there? Right, here's another little tip. Okay, so remember we said if you're cooking in an oven inside your home, in your kitchen, okay, it's going to take like 20 minutes usually to cook like a thick doughy pizza. Here's another little tip. This takes a long while to get to the right temperature, but it will get up to 400 degrees centigrade. Okay, that's 400. That's like twice the like if you go in your oven, look at your oven, like it's like 200 degrees. Well, this goes up to nearly double that. All right, so maybe that might give you a little bit of a clue. So again, give me some guesses. Like how long does it take to cook a pizza in this oven? Okay, so how are you feeling? Start of a new week. Are you feeling kind of motivated, or are you feeling kind of frustrated? Are you feeling like, what am I going to do? Like, how long? Or are you just loving it? I mean, you might be absolutely loving this time where you got the complete freedom to do whatever. So here's what I just want to kind of speak into you today. And I want to say, this is a unique opportunity. This time is a unique opportunity. Yes, there are loads of difficulties. Yes, there are loads of frustrations with this time. But, and this is a big but, there is a huge opportunity here to do something totally different. Totally different. You could use this time to build a pizza oven, maybe, if you had the right materials, I don't know. But you could at least plan out, like, if you were going to build one, what would that look like? You could learn to play a musical instrument. You could shoot some amazing videos. You could try some new science experiments. Okay, using the equipment and stuff in your house. Okay, the kind of like there are loads of different things that you could learn to do, have a try at doing that you would not normally be able to do. Christian, you've had a bike ride after being in isolation for 2 weeks. That is brilliant. That's so good. We went out for a fantastic walk the other day. Really enjoyed it. And me and my son did a bit of biking as well. That was good fun as well. So, what is the thing when you look back on this? Like maybe in a year's time, or even 2 years' time, or even 3 years' time, you're going to look back and go, when that happened. This is what I achieved. This is what I did with that time. This is what I achieved. This is what I learned. I never would have done that before. Like, what could that thing be for you? There is a verse in the Bible from Proverbs, okay? And it says this. It says, all hard work leads to profit. Okay? All hard work leads to profit, but mere talk leads to poverty. Mere talk leads to poverty. What does that mean? Okay, sometimes we say things like, one day I'd love to. If I had the time, I'd love to. One day, this is what I'm going to do. Okay? And then we never do anything with it. We never get anywhere with it. We just say, one day, or I'd love to be able to, and we don't go any further. Okay? What happens if today is one day? What happens if today, this time, is the opportunity for you to do that thing that you'd always loved to do, but you didn't quite have the time, the space, the creative energy to be able to do that? Okay, what about if you've ever said, I'd love to If you're a computer gamer, I'd love to like make my own computer game. What about if now was the time where you could do that? Okay, what about if you said, I'd love to write a book? What happens if now is the time that you could have a go at that? What happens if you said, I'd love to learn how to play the guitar? What happens if now is the opportunity for doing that? These are times where we could have try something totally different. But that proverb in the Bible says, mere talk leads to nothing. Leads to poverty, which makes it means it leads to nothing. You don't achieve anything with it. Because we could talk about it all we want, but if we don't do anything, then we won't get anywhere. So here's my thing. Have a plan. Have a plan. If you have a plan, then you can achieve something. All right? You might not get to like grade 8 on the guitar by the end of the end of this lockdown period. But you might have achieved something. You might not have built a pizza oven, but you might have some plans for it. You might not have built and made a computer game, but you might have some designs or some ideas around it. Okay? Start with a plan. And here are a few things that will help with kind of coming up with a plan. The first thing is brainstorm. Because here's the thing. You might be thinking... You might be listening to this right now thinking, well, I don't know. I don't know what that thing is. I would love to know what that, I've never had any ideas. Okay, so sit down with a piece of paper and just start to try and come up with some ideas. All right? And you might even like have a little walk. If you've got a garden, walk in the garden. All right? If you've got a house, walk around the house and just have a look around your house. We have so much stuff around our house, and we forget about it. We become kind of like, it just sort of fades into the background, and you forget that it's even there. Whether it's a science kit Granny bought you for like Christmas, and you're really excited when you first got it, but you haven't opened it, or maybe it was a how to draw a Marvel comics book, okay? And again, you're like, oh, that was really cool when you first got it, but you've never used it. Okay. Walk around your house, get some inspiration, and then start jotting things down. Just write things, however outrageous. All right. Here's one that I did. I did something earlier today. Now I don't know if you can see that because does it come out backwards? It probably comes out backwards on the camera. But like it's really scrappy. It's just kind of like big circles and a few ideas. And I was like, what? I just wrote in the middle. What could I do? What could I do with this time? Well, I could learn how to do computer coding. I've never done computer coding before, but I could learn. I could make a film. One of the things I would love to do is I would love to learn how to do special effects. So I write that down here, special effects. Okay, and I know there's stuff online that I can like watch and figure out. I would love to make a board game. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, I got some inspiration from a computer game, and I love board games, and I started doing a board game as well. So, so just start brainstorming stuff, come up with ideas, and just, however crazy, just write it down. Right. Once you've got a few ideas, then you can start to hone it. You can like focus on one. Okay, what would that look like? Like, where do I need to go? What do I need to research? And the first thing you need to do is schedule some time every day to do a little bit on it. Even if it's 20 minutes, half an hour. But just get yourself into a routine. At 10 o'clock, right, I'm going to have a little bit of time devoted to that thing. At 10 o'clock every day, or maybe it's 2 p.m, whenever's your best spot, okay, in the day. That's the bit I'm just going to devote to that. What could I do to kind of come up with that? What other ideas or things can kind of come to mind? All right, what things can I kind of look at, research? And that's the next thing. You need to research. Go online, look at websites, learn what other people have done, get their tips, watch YouTube videos, instructional videos. Okay, just absorb, and get loads of stuff. And then at some point, okay, you've got to then step out and have a go yourself. And the danger is, all right, you can get stuck in the absorption phase. That phase where you're just like learning how to do loads and loads and loads. I know, like sometimes it's really easy to like when you want to learn how to play a computer game. You watch YouTube videos like Minecraft. You want to build a fantastic thing on Minecraft, you go and watch loads of YouTube videos. And then you just watch the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And you know what? You've never done any Minecrafting yourself. Now, what was the point in that? All you've done is just absorbed loads of stuff, and you haven't done anything with it. So don't get just stuck in the absorption phase. Turn it into action. You've got to do something with that at some point. And that means you've got to be willing to fail. Failure is not an option, it's a necessity. If you want to have a go at something new, you've got to be willing to fail at it. And that should be absolutely okay. Like, if you look at this pizza oven, okay, I watched loads of videos, I came up with some stuff and some ideas, I had a go, and there are some definite things wrong with this. By the way, have we got any ideas yet of how long it takes to cook a pizza in this? I'm going to tell you in a little while, alright? So cracks all the way up here. There are definite things that I would do differently. But you know what? I couldn't know how those things could be done differently without doing it and making some mistakes. So one day, I'm going to have another go. I'm going to build another one, and it's going to be like even better than this. Okay? But for now, it is what it is. I've made some mistakes. I've learned through the process. If you get stuck in the absorption phase, if you get stuck in the just researching and learning about others, but you never actually do it yourself, you will never fail, but you will never learn either. So you've got to be willing to kind of have a go, get it wrong, and learn through the process. Okay, so brainstorm. Schedule some time every day, research, and then go for it. Have a go and learn through the process. And the last one, my fifth kind of point is, and then reward yourself. And don't just reward yourself at the end. You know, if tomorrow all you do is half an hour of just kind of brainstorming, give yourself a little reward at the end. Maybe you're just going to go, okay, I'm going to have a bit of time on the Xbox now as a reward. I'm going to have a special hot chocolate as a reward. Yeah, reward yourself. It doesn't have to be massive. It can be small little treats, just as a way of going, do you know what? I did that thing. I didn't make much progress, but I made some progress, and I've done that. I made a little bit further. Okay, so 5 things: brainstorm, schedule some time, research, step out, and then give yourself a little reward. 5 things to help you plan how to do something totally different, totally outside of your comfort, something totally different in this time, so that in a few years' time you can look back and kind of go, you know, when we had that isolation stuff, you know, when we had that weird virus, that was the time when I... ... Okay? You fill in the rest. Alright, okay. How long does it take to cook a pizza in this thing? Alright? It can take me like 1 to 2 minutes to cook a pizza. 60 seconds to 120 seconds to cook a pizza. I put loads of wood in this, we fire it up, and we just keep adding wood. It takes over about an hour and a half to get the temperature up to like 400 degrees, twice as hot as your normal oven. And then using my trusty paddle, okay, that slides in there, I give it 2 minutes, bring them out, and there you have, and honestly, the best pizza in the world. Crispy on the bottom, like amazing, wood smoked pizza. It's just the best. It is literally to die for. If you ever get to have a pizza from a pizza oven like this, you have got to do it. It is so good. So there we are. Have a go. Use this time to do something totally different. Learn something totally different. Have a go. And if you're interested in computer programming, here's another little thing. I found this out just recently. Amazon are doing like something called Python coding. We'll put the link in the description so you can look into that. So if you ever want to do computer programming, for the next month, it's completely free. Okay, so you just have to sign up, and so if that's something you're interested in, you can learn how to do that for free. And there's loads of other people that are doing things for free at this time. So there you go. Hope you are feeling more motivated as a result of today. I am back tomorrow at 4 because we're doing Gaming Tuesdays. Okay, so hopefully see you then. I'm not quite sure what we're going to play yet. That's my next job straight after this, is to work out what we're going to do tomorrow. But hopefully see you there. Hopefully you're feeling more motivated. Remember what the proverbs say. Mere talk leads to poverty. Don't just talk about it, plan it out. Spread love, not germs, people.